This is Dee Montgomery on FamilyCraft Server, and the players have asked me to do a tour of this place. Well, I am going to do a tour of our warps. We have 29 warps, and we are going to make a fast visit to every one of them, starting right now. This is combat. It's one of only two places where the players can do PvP on the server. We've got 8 worlds and none of them are PvP. So that is combat. The more you play this, the more skilled you get at it and the better you can be. But it takes some practice. Alright, I'm going to type back. The next one is Creative World. And this is where the players make all their little creations. The plots here are 32 by 32. Everybody is allowed one plot when they come, and as they move up the ranks, they're allowed to have more plots. There's something here I kind of wanted to show you, if I can find it. Maddie, that's my granddaughter. Here we go. Here is a whole fleet of 18-wheelers. Is that cute or what? And then we have lots of player caricatures, I guess they're called. And this kind of thing is everywhere. Now, these two are inside of a roller coaster. And you can come and you can ride all the roller coasters and everything. It's fun. Alright, the next place we're going is, I have to type fly because I just came out of a creative world. And we're going to the end. Kind of a safe landing point at the end of this warp, which there needs to be, because these guys, when they get mad, are really scary. Sometimes we bring an Ender Dragon spawner up here and release about 3 Ender Dragons, and then we all go gang up on them and fight them. Alright, here's back. Enderman. Now this is an Enderman spawner that one of our players built. And you can see it's got a whole lot of Enderman in it. You can get in the chest, you can get the Ender Pearls. Let me put these in here, I don't need those right now. And all the players can access it, and all the players can get this stuff. I'm going to do top, not a player command. It's for admins. And this is what it looks like. Can't believe that player built this in survival, but she sure did. Oh, look, they are mad as a hatter too. Oh, and more falling out of the sky. Alright, enough of that stuff. Back. Uh-oh. Alright, where were we? Whoa. Still flying. Enderman. Alright, flowers. This is a survival world. A very pretty survival world. It's my favorite world here, I believe. I've got a farm here and everything. And this is where you land in survival. And there are some buildings all around it. So you can live close to people without living on top of them. This is one of my houses down here that somebody else built for me. And the reason somebody else built it was because I had built this one and he felt sorry for me. It looks like a shoebox with a glass lid. Anyway, I'm not a very good builder. I lent that to somebody one time and he used it to keep his horses in. What does that tell you? And this is a flowers biome where it is. Since we can fly, it's easy to spread out so we're not all clumped up on top of each other, too. All right, back. And this is games. This is in Town World. You can go into combat, PvP, or Spleef. Spleef is fun too. And there's fishing in here, fishing contests, and roller coasters. And we've got a lot more growing up to do in here. As players come up with stuff and build them, I move them in. Here's the PvP ball. You can get a real good look at what that looks like. Silly, silly, silly. All right, back. Next one is hotel. And this is the hotel. Right there is the spawn building. It's got admin shops, repairs, and stuff like that in it. There's part of the food court down there. Kentucky Fried Chicken and McDonald's on this end. And this is the hotel. And I'll show you one of these rooms real quick. This is an iron elevator. These things are everywhere. It only takes 2 iron blocks to build one. All right, we're on floor 2. And that's a cute little hotel room with a view of McDonald's. That's pretty cool. Oh, there's a bathroom with a shower. And all you have to do is right click the sign and you can rent it for $25 for the night. That's where we had our Christmas party out there. Isn't that cute? All right, back. This is houses. These are model houses. If somebody donates $10, we will build any one of these houses that they choose on their claim. Any world they want, any area they want, any biome they want. They claim the land and get it ready, and we build them the house. These are neat houses. We'll have to go through some of them when we have more time. All right, that's warp houses. This is the mall. All right, from the hotel, this is out the other door, the opposite door. And we have shops here where players can sell their stuff. Oh, here's a new one. I haven't seen this one. Isn't that cute? These are Takaria's. She's got a potion shop. And the other one is a regular shop. And there's a shop building that has rentals in it. What you do if you want one of these plots, see this one says it's rented, but you find one that is vacant, and you simply right click on the sign. It takes $500 out of your account, like right there for rent. If I right click that, it would take $500 out of my account, put my name on there, and it would be mine and protected for the next month. So that's small. All right, back. Mall. There we go. Mansions. All right, this is like warp houses. For $20 donations, we will build one of these mansions on the player's site. They get the site ready and we come in and build their mansion for them. Some of these are really incredible. There's a redstone one. Isn't that cute? Different styles. There's a redstone one down here that has all kinds of working gadgets in it. It is very, very cool. Quite a few to choose from. From big to huge. None of these would fit on a standard 32 by 32 lot. My granddaughter has one of these, Maddie Mont. Leave the garage door up. This, she says, is the grandmother's apartment. So when I come see her, I've got my own little place to stay. Isn't that cute? And somewhere really close by is the redstone one. There's one Box and Bacon built to our players. We have got some really good builders on this server. Is that it? Nope, not yet. A lot of models to choose from. You can come here and go through them just to look. You don't have to be getting one of them. You can just come in here and see what they're like. Here it is. This is the redstone one. And we might go through that on another video. It takes a good while. Alright, I'm going to type back. And mark it. Now this is the world that we're going to disengage. We have a new world named Town that's much better. This one was 5 deep and drove a lot of us crazy. And it wasn't laid out as well as it should be. It's got some old builds in it. And back. Whoop. Nether. You know about this place. Some of our players built us this little safe landing spot. So you could get in here without something attacking you right off the bat, which is nice. There are portals. There's another one. They are all over the place. I can see 2 of them from here, actually. Just your typical nether with all of the monsters and spawners and whatever. I hear something coming. Alright, nether top. Now this is cool. This is the top of the nether, and I came up here, built these 2 spawners on the side, put skeleton spawners in them, and had no idea they were going to turn out black. All the players can come up here and try and get wither skulls to make those little wither things. And as long as you stay under here, skeletons are tricky because they can shoot arrows at you at an angle. But you're pretty much safe getting your XP up here. This is a blaze spawner, and it's cute as a button. But the silly blazes kept getting out and setting everybody on fire. So I had to take the blaze spawner out of it. Alright, that's warped nether top. Next is newbies. Stand on the iron block, then press spacebar. Boink. And back down. Boink. Those elevators are so cool. And they're supposed to read all these signs on the way out. It's got all kinds of tips and descriptions of worlds and stuff. And when they get to this point, they can right click on any of these signs and go to any of these places. And that's how they get out of this. There's a cute little village over there too. See it? Alright, back. Next is warp parkour. Now this is a new one. Bacon just built this. And I just discovered today that it was even here. He's got little signs, warning signs and stuff. I'm lousy at parkour, so I'm not going to show you very much about how this works. Because I'd die in about half a second, and that would be the end of that video. Alright, back. Here's Cam's parkour. This one is like 260 or something, 254 up in the air. I mean, he took it to the max. And one of these is harder. I guess there's three altogether. It's supposed to be like an easy, a medium, and a hard. And Maddie was doing it one night and almost in tears because she couldn't succeed. So Cam kept fixing a little bit to make it at least possible or more possible. Space Station Critic. Cute, cute, cute. And this was all built by a player. Of course, he could fly, and that helps, but that's still pretty cool. Alright, now we have P Shops, which stands for Player Shops. And you can rent these shops for $500 a month and put your own chests and stuff in it. And everybody can come and buy stuff from you. There's also an upstairs to it. Let me show you that. And in front of each shop is an elevator so you can get down to the other level. It's very convenient for shopping. I'm not sure why there aren't more shops in here. All right, back. PvP. Here's the little colorful ball. All right, first thing it did was disable my fly. When you warp here, it does that because it's fair. And you can't turn your fly back on while you're in here either, so you're snafu'd. And the players come, whoa, the players come in here 2 at a time or half a dozen at a time or, whoops, can't fly. I'm not used to not being able to fly anymore. And they come in here and they have the best time. All right, back. Races. This is one of my favorites. Watch this. Rent a horse. Right click. I got a white one. I'm going to turn on the sign. See the scoreboard on the right that popped up? Oh, somebody's been here since I have. See how fast this horse is. You can use stables info to figure out how well they can jump and how good their health is. 108. So he's not the fastest horse in the world. And these are jumps over here that you can test them out on. The ones that are good jumpers. And when I get off this rental horse, poof, he's gone. Boink. Thanks for using Rent-A-Horse. Isn't that cute? All right, this is, oh, I have to say fly again. I forgot because I was in PvP. All right. This is one of our racetracks. It has some jumps on it. And the other one is over this way. That big white one. If 1 or 2 players come here to the races, pretty soon we got 6 or 8 or 10 people and everybody's racing everybody else. They have the best time. And there are rent-a-horse signs in here too if they don't have their own horses. There are wild horses. All you have to do is fly around and look. This pasture is for keeping horses temporarily. This is for buying jockey silks. And these are other people's horses that they left here temporarily. Leashes, saddles, name tags, an anvil that's free, golden carrot, and bread. Everything you need to go after some of those wild horses out there. Oh, let me turn the scoreboard off. That is very rude to leave that on. All right, right-click the sign. Poof, gone. Back. Next is RP. That's Maddie's world. I'm going to have her do a video on this world. That's her. She's my granddaughter, so she has her very own world. And the people that she designates as friend rank, they get to change their game mode up here. So they might be survival everywhere else, but they come up here and they can be in creative. This is a school that Rebecca built, and it is absolutely amazing. There are lockers and there are classrooms. There's a gymnasium. There's an auditorium. It is just unbelievable. She's a terrific builder. They have building contests and role play up here all the time. And this is going to be a long video. Shop. All right, this is a community shop that we built like a week or so ago. Two of us stayed up all night building it. And what the players do is come and use one of these chests and put their shop signs on it. See, it's all different people. So if they don't want to rent a plot and furnish the building materials or pay $500 a month to rent a shop in the player's shop building, then they just come in here and make chests for what they want to sell. And there's a tutorial. You click on that sign and it gives you the link to the tutorial about how to create the sign to sell your stuff. That's what it looks like from the outside. This is Town World. You can tell because it's all grass and flat everywhere. No lava, no water, no knights, no monsters, no rain. It's pretty cool. Alright, this is Spawn. And this is the big Spawn building. This is the repair shop. You right click and whatever you've got in your hand gets repaired. This is an admin shop where you can actually buy monster spawners. Is that cool? And there's some information on this wall and that wall. Whoop. Quit flying. And these are enchantments. They're the highest you can get in any one of these enchantments. They're $2,000 a piece. This is an admin thing too. Nobody gets the money. It just comes out of the player's bank and goes away. But this is where you can get your stuff enchanted, and then for $500 you can repair stuff. Look at what I have on my sword. That's how I came by it. I put 4 different things, $8,000 plus the diamonds it cost me. But when I can keep repairing it for $500 and the Unbreaking 3 is on it, it's really a good deal. I've had that same sword for months. Alright, back. Spleef. Alright, this is where the players come to play Spleef. And after they finish tearing the floor up, this isn't set times or anything. They just, when they feel like coming, they come. Talk each other into it. Alright, click this sign to reset the Spleef floor. See what I did to it? Watch this. Is that easy or what? We used to have to rebuild this silly thing. There's a little observation tower where you can... Uh-oh. There's some glass missing, it looks like. Oh, no, it's not. Optical illusion. Alright, and there's magenta and green and yellow and blue corners. And there are uniforms in there that you can get for free. You just right-click a sign and put on the uniform so you can tell who everybody is. It's a fun thing. Alright, and now we have store. This is the store I started last May when the server was new here. And it has the most items of any store in here. I would love to not have to stock all this stuff. But until the players take up the slack, I kind of have to do it. Got wood, clay, all the other blocks. We got mob drops, produce, meat, cooked food, different kinds of armor, and there's even some enchanted stuff in here. I get those from my villagers. And the bottom floor is housewares, electrical, gems, lighting, villager curing. I do a lot of that. And pretty much everything you could possibly need is in here. All the horse stuff. Oh, where are they? Here we go. You can buy horse spawn eggs in here. Just the eggs now, not the spawners. But that way, if you want to raise pigs or cows or sheep or chickens, you can start with those if you can't find any that you can catch. All right, back. Next is, a roller coaster out in the middle of nowhere. You right click the sign. I just bought a mine cart for 50 bucks. Must be glass in there, I can't see it. Alright, so you put your mine cart down. Whoa, don't go that way. I don't want to buy another mine cart. Alright. And away we go. Can you imagine building this in a world with monsters? Sometimes in the middle of the night. And there is absolutely nothing around it. Subrogue built this all by himself out in the middle of nowhere. That took a lot of gold for that many rails. I might have to kill some monsters before I can get my cart back. Or just leave it. Die, turkey. Thank you. Get my glow balls. Alright, now I'm going to left click the sign and, and sell the mine cart back, get my $50 back. Okay. Next is the suburbs. Now these houses are for rent. What you do is you just pick the house you want, and for $500 you can rent it for a month. You can build your own basements, you can change the furniture, you can change the floor plan, you can do anything you want to it. He's got it rented until January 31st. You simply come and right click on the sign. If you want to do it 2 or 3 months at a time, just right click it 2 or 3 times. If you fly over the boundary here, it tells you who lives where and which houses are available. I haven't seen any available yet. There's one. $500. Isn't that cool? That's a nice house too. I like that house. And this way you can live close to each other and enjoy having neighbors. But these lots are 64 by 32, and that's a nice sized lot. So even though you're close together, you've still got plenty of room in the backyard for gardening, raising cows, whatever you want to do with it. This again is in Town World. This is Swampy's place. She is Public News Center. She's publishing a newspaper now. Pretty neat. All right, that was. Oh, this is town. Now, these lots are also for rent, but they're 32 by 32. And this world has knights, monsters, rain, and all that scary stuff. It's bigger, I believe. There's a good pond for fishing over here, too. There's also a stable. There's good fishing in that place. And there's free stuff. Unfortunately, everybody gets stuff out, and almost nobody ever puts stuff in. I've got some junk with me, but I won't take the time right now. And these are apartments. And for some reason, these apartments don't rent well at all. I had such high hopes for them when I put them here. Well, when we put them here, two players helped me. That White House right there, that's mine. If I can fly there pretty quick, I'll show you where the barn is. This is a nice little community, and it stays rented all the time. You got to kind of watch for one in order to rent it. And this is the community barn. Ah! See what I mean? We built a fence up, and monsters can't spawn inside the town. But they do a little bit. I guess they're waiting for me. Yep, they're waiting for me. There's only one horse in here right now. Oh, there's two more. It's because they're virtual stables. I'm getting out of here. All right, here's World. This is another one of our worlds. And of course, it's raining. This is a regular survival world. Nights, rain, monsters, all that stuff. There's some good builders that live around here too. You can't see it very well. That's a shame. But you can always come to the server and look. All right, I'm going to do back. And world spawn is where we already were. Excuse me. This is in world. And a couple of the players built that building for me to use as a spawn. And I really like it a lot. I fenced it in so the bad guys couldn't get in here. We had zombies and skeletons all over the place when I first put it here. There's a swamp over there. I've got a little village too that I'm protecting. And that is a quickie tour of all of our warps. That's not every place we play around, but those are the ones with the public warps. Hope you enjoyed the tour, and I will see you on FamilyCraft. Bye.